From the moment Lewis Hamilton stepped into Ferrari, things started to shift in ways that many people outside the paddock couldn't see. This wasn't just a story about a driver changing teams. It was about walking into a structure filled with politics, legacy, and deep-rooted loyalty. Hamilton left behind more than just a car at Mercedes. He left behind Peter Bonington, his trusted race engineer, the voice that guided him to multiple championships. In return, at Ferrari, he got Riccardo Adami, a man with history, with loyalty already rooted somewhere else, especially with Charles Leclerc. It didn't take long before the cracks started to show. The first signs were small, but noticeable. Miami was one of those key moments. The radio message from Lewis, dripping with sarcasm, "Have a tea break while you're at it," wasn't just frustration. It was a reflection of something much deeper. Something was off. Monaco made things worse. There, Hamilton asked his engineer, "Are you upset with me or something?" And the response was nothing, pure silence. That silence wasn't a mistake. It was a message, a pause loaded with tension, and Hamilton understood it perfectly. These weren't random moments or typical race day stress. These were the early signs of a collapse in communication and trust between driver and engineer. In Formula One, the driver and engineer relationship is one of the most important aspects of performance. It's not just about car setup or strategy. It's about trust. When a driver doesn't trust the voice guiding him from the pit wall, everything begins to fall apart. By the time they reached Spain, the tension wasn't just visible, it was undeniable. Hamilton reported a gear issue during the race, but then the problem seemed to fix itself. Still, Adami insisted that Hamilton box. Lewis refused. That refusal wasn't about ego, it was about losing confidence in the person giving him orders. When Lewis said, "I can do the start, dude," "It's fine," he wasn't just stating his comfort with the car, he was making it clear he doesn't believe in the strategy being fed to him anymore. In a normal, healthy driver-engineer relationship, there's room for discussion, but ultimately there's trust. Here, it's the opposite. There's public silence, sarcasm, and disobedience. All signs that the system is breaking down. Ferrari can continue to tell the media that everything is okay, but people close to the sport can already see the truth. The relationship is damaged, and that damage is showing up on race weekends. What makes this even more important is that Hamilton isn't just any driver. He's a 7-time world champion. He knows how a top team is supposed to function. He knows what winning requires. At Mercedes, he had built years of chemistry with his team, especially with Bonington. They understood each other perfectly. At Ferrari, it feels like he's been given a partner who isn't fully committed to his cause. When Hamilton speaks in interviews, he still praises Adami. He still says the right things publicly. But that's also a message in itself. When Lewis starts to use vague phrases like, "We don't always get it right," it's a signal. It's not clarity, it's deflection. It's Lewis managing the public narrative while, behind the scenes, the real battle is being fought. Juan Pablo Montoya didn't hold back when he commented on the situation. He said if it were him, he would have pulled Adami's ears. That's a powerful statement, because Montoya understands what's happening. He sees that silence over the radio isn't just a technical failure. It's a message. It's a power move. And Hamilton knows that too. In Formula One, silence is never just silence. It's used like a weapon. It can cut deeper than words. Ferrari as a team is built on history, on internal politics, on long-standing relationships and old alliances. Lewis is the outsider in that structure. He's the disruptor. And for someone trying to build something new, that can be dangerous. Leclerc is already seen as Ferrari's golden child. Adami is part of that inner circle. So when Hamilton starts to push back, he's not just questioning the engineer, he's challenging the entire structure of the team. That's why Montoya's words matter. He said Adami should be in an office, not on the pit wall. That's not a small thing to say, because it shows how visible this fracture is becoming. In F1, the engineer is the driver's lifeline. If that lifeline becomes weak or unreliable, the whole system starts to break. Hamilton has reached a point where he no longer hides his frustrations during the race, and he does it in a way that's calm and deliberate. He doesn't scream or lose control. He stays collected, but his words cut through clearly. When he refuses to box, when he questions strategy, when he asks if his engineer is upset with him, he's sending signals, not just to his engineer, but to the whole team. At Mercedes, he had someone who didn't just feed him data. Bonington was a partner, a protector, a strategist, someone who fought alongside him. Adami, on the other hand, feels distant, not because he doesn't have the skills, but because he doesn't feel like he's fully committed to Hamilton's mission. Every hesitation, every unclear message, every delay, it all adds up, and it tells Hamilton that this isn't someone ready to go to battle for him. Right now, Lewis is operating inside a system that wasn't built for him. He's not just trying to win races, he's trying to build something bigger. He wants to build a legacy at Ferrari, one that adds to his name and leaves a mark on the sport. But to do that, he needs people around him who are loyal to that vision. People who won't hesitate. People who won't go silent when things get tense. The real question now is why Hamilton hasn't demanded a change yet, why he still defends Adami in public. The answer is timing. Hamilton understands the value of timing more than anyone. He doesn't move based on emotion. He waits. Plans watches. He's not just waiting for improvement. He's waiting for the moment when the cracks become visible to everyone, when the team, the fans, the media, all start to see what he already knows. That's how he works, slowly, quietly. But when he moves, it's final. It's clear. There. Won't be a second warning. That's the way he's always operated. When he feels that the system isn't working for him, he'll take control. Not with chaos, but with precision. The silent radio message at Monaco wasn't just a mistake. It was a rehearsal for something bigger. Hamilton knows how to read these signals, and he knows how to use them. He's not just reacting, he's planning. He's infiltrating the system from the inside, and when the moment comes, it will shift the entire balance of power at Ferrari. So far, he's been playing the role of the new driver, the respectful teammate, the one who says all the right things, but that's just surface level. Deep down, he's observing everything. He's watching who hesitates, who stays silent, who stands up, and who hides. And once he's mapped the landscape, he'll act. And when he does, it will be clear that he didn't come to Ferrari just to race. He came to lead. This whole situation isn't about radio glitches or one or two disagreements. It's about control, it's about trust. And right now that trust is falling apart. Lewis didn't come to Ferrari to adapt to their structure. He came to change it, to lead it, and to leave behind something that lasts longer than any single season. But to do that, he needs more than just a fast car. He needs a team that believes in his leadership. He needs an engineer who understands him, who trusts him, who challenges him when needed, but never abandons him in silence. And right now, Adami isn't that person. Each time there's a silent pause on the radio, each time strategy is delayed, each time a call is ignored, it builds pressure. Hamilton isn't the kind of driver who needs people to agree with him all the time, but he does need people who are with him in the fight. And when he senses that someone isn't fully committed, he takes action. Ferrari still has time to fix this, but the clock is ticking. The cracks are already there, and if they don't act soon, the fallout won't just affect race strategy, it will shake the entire foundation of the team. Hamilton is patient, but not forever. And when the moment comes, it will be clear that this wasn't just about one engineer. It was about setting the tone for what Ferrari is going to become in the future. In this sport, the strongest drivers aren't just fast. They're strategic. They know how to manage relationships, how to shape team dynamics, how to turn small moments into signals that shift power. And Lewis is one of the best at that. What we're seeing now is not the breakdown of a relationship. It's the preparation for a shift in leadership. Hamilton isn't here to fit in. He's here to take over. And if Ferrari wants to win with him, they need to understand that. They need to stop managing the situation with silence and PR statements.